join you from Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Today it's an early season divisional matchup in the NFC East, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April, or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And off we go in our nation's capital. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
Now his third team in the last 3 years. You remember Denver to Pittsburgh, and now here in New York. He showed flashes of the vintage rush throughout the year in 2024 with the Steelers. Now he's looking to sustain those flashes for his new team in the Big Apple.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. From the 24 now, here's second down and 7. Now Wilson, option right. A good chunk on the ground, and the keeper 17 yards, first down. 17 yards. First down, New York. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line. They give them 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Here's Wilson. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Wilson. Throw out wide is incomplete. The Commanders' defense holds, and that'll bring up fourth down.
For the Giants field goal of 40 yards now.
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it. Because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And let's go ahead and keep this one simple. He had one of the most impressive rookie seasons in NFL history. A true dual-threat quarterback. He can beat you a variety of ways. Took his team to the conference championship last season. Time to take them to the Super Bowl in year 2.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3.
19, Tiger, 19.
Robinson with another carry. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 13 yards there and a Washington first. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Let's go now. Panthers 60, Panthers 60.
The first carry for Jeremy McNichols. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Deontay Banks there on the stop. Now 2nd and 9.
Second down at the 48-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. You understand, you understand.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
That flag, that'll push him back 5.
Ready.
Off the play fake, Daniels. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Daniels. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He's got space past the 25. And it'll finally be taken down at the 29-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Play action. It's Wilson. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes in the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
To throw is Wilson. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. In motion, the tight end. There's Wilson to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On fourth down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Returnable here from the 38. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over first and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a first and 10. Robinson up the middle. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football, I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
60 by.
To the air goes Daniels. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Okay, ready.
Now it's second and 10. They go play action. Daniels. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Oh, and this one, and they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on third down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on third down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Second and 9 now from the 21.
Second down at the 21-yard line.
They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to third and 10. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. On third and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 right at the 40. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. In motion, Slayton. Here's Wilson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Brings up second down and 15 yards to go.
Now Wilson running left on the option. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And that is incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Here's a screen for Robinson. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Daniels looking to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. Third and 9 here.
Come on, back.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simplest stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
It's second and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd and 8.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
To throw is Daniels. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Throwing is Wilson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Pass is caught by Wandale Robinson. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. That's taken on the 25. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 1st down Washington on a pickup of 18.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll work down inside the 45.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now Daniels. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Here's Daniels. And he is caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down.
Come on, come on. Hey.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Ready.
Now he'll try to run with this. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go. 70, Timberwolves.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
All to give. Here's Robinson. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back to Robinson now on first down. And he dives his way forward to right around the line of scrimmage, so nothing there that time. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
45-yard line.
Ready. Trick the Eagles. Trick the Eagles. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. A big gain of just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Now it's Wilson. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
At the 13-yard line.
Wilson. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
First down, Giants.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Right back to Tracy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Taken from just outside the 30. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go, shot.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the 2nd quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Cowboy 80.
Off-play action. Daniels eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Towards the end zone for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Javon Holland there on the coverage.
Ready? 19.
Off the play fake. Daniels. Flush to his right. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. So they decide not to back him up. They want the down. An interesting call there as it'll lead to 4th down. On 4th down, the Commanders send out Matt Gay to try the field goal. This one from 46 yards out. Gay's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Or maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least that's something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on. And maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Oh, nice move. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Wilson. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. Now Wilson. That one taken in by Neighbors. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. That's pulled in at the 32. So a change of possession here on to punt. And they will take over first and 10. One final possession for the Commanders in this opening half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Throwing now is Daniels. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Sets up the screen to Robinson. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports halftime
Our spin
report.
around the NFL starts now. At Lincoln Financial Field, the Eagles at home to take on the Cowboys in the NFC East. And it's the rookie from Texas, Jaden Blue. He's looking for an opening, gonna find it, a 17-yard touchdown on the ground. The Cowboys come out on top, and Brian Schottenheimer has his first W as the head coach of Big D. Next up, we go down to Brazil. Game number 2 on the NFL schedule, the Chiefs and the Chargers from the Southern Hemisphere. And this is Patrick Mahomes. He's going to find his man here. This, one of his 3 touchdown passes on the night. The Chiefs begin their search for a 4th straight Super Bowl appearance. They get the victory in Week 1. Lastly, let's go down to the Big Easy. The New Orleans Saints hosting the Arizona Cardinals. And it's the big man, James Conner. A brilliant catch and run for the touchdown. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. Meanwhile, in our game, neither offense has been able to distinguish themselves. It's been the defenses that have stood tall so far. As we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you. The rain, maybe not quite as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down pretty good as we prepare for the second half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes where people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now it's the backup Mariota. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. After that play, we're going to get a pause here, an injured player, and that's the tight end, Zach Ertz, in some discomfort. 3rd and 5.
Ready. Black 40. Ready.
Hand off now to Robinson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Nice, go.
Now Daniel's going to give it up on the touch pass. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Looking for the crossing receiver. He's got him. It's Samuel. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
70.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
To the air goes Daniels. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
Gay on for the Washington field goal.
Gay's kick is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold it. Let's get the ball back for us.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here?
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Robinson gets the toss on the right side. He can't get him down. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
That's good for a Washington Commanders. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Hiking 18. Check.
Off the play fake, Daniels. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Let's go now. 18.
Daniels looking to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10.
Off the option, here's Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run from Brian Robinson. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And New York set to take the field. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
They'll go again with Tracy.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, That leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Robinson. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Here we go. Shot.
To throw is Daniels. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
And now the punter Tress Way as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll hand it to Tracy. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" Because here they come.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. And it's fielded at the 34. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Once more, here's Eckler. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Third and 2.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Well, this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center, the guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up first downs.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Here's Tressway now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fielded at the 20. 35 yards that time on the punt. Now out come the Giants.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. In motion, Slayton. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And this will be a Giants first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Well, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson.
Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Wilson.
He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Here's Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Running left is Tracy.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
And the Washington offense going back to work. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth-quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And that is incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Play action, now it's Daniels.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. So you're down by 6, hoping your defense would make a big play. I think this qualifies as a big play made.
Without a doubt, and when you first see the ball free, your first instinct is to just fall on it. But he obviously wanted way more than that, and that's exactly what he got, taking it all the way for 6.
And now they can lead it with the point after. And now the kick is blocked. That's a long ball scooped up by the offense.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. What a start to the season. This has been back and forth. All tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here.
Oh, some strong running.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you come up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
That just flat out dared him to throw the football, didn't it? Did you see the defense?
It's like a goal line formation.
I mean, just stacked it right up and said, go ahead and throw it. You can have that one. But how about them accepting the challenge and saying, no, we'll go ahead and run it anyway, and picked it up.
They didn't care, even with the added reinforcements. Now it's McNichols. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Daniels. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as he's across midfield to the 48.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's Daniels. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Come on. Hey, crack all 80.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready?
Back to throw. Daniels. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. It'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
The previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Ready? Viking 18. Go.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Get it.
Robinson up the middle.
And he stopped immediately there.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Johnny Lion. Ready?
Looking to throw. Daniels. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The fumble recovery certainly has put them in the driver's seat. 1st and 10, all tied here in the 4th. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 39-yard line. Wilson now off the bootleg. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Commanders' 37.
They go play action now. Wilson.
So necessarily look like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
The rain compounding issues here for a possible field goal try. They'd love to obviously get closer or even pick up the first down if they can. It's third down. He gets this one to Johnson. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
8-yard pickup. First down, New York.
Now Wilson, option right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
The 12-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
And it's third down.
Now it's Wilson. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. This to break our fourth quarter time. Gano's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Well, some complimentary football there. One side, your defense forces the fumble, and then they drive it down the field. Now, obviously, Charles, they wanted the touchdown, but at least they were able to drive it down and get 3 out of that.
Yeah, now we'll have to see how the other sideline responds because they had plenty of time during that field goal to think about that fumble and how they were going to react. What are they going to do when they get the ball back and try and make things a little bit better for their team?
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Here we go.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll come up now on second down.
Here we go. 19 Tiger.
Toss play to Robinson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Daniel's going to throw for it. Able to find Ertz. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Okay, ready? Let's go now. 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Hardy got like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's first and 10 now. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
This is 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw.
Open man is Osborne. He's got it. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First and goal at the 7.
Now 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. He's back to throw. Flushed out right.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football. They've hit it.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there.
To kick off for Washington.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And New York set to take the field.
They have fought hard to reach this point. They got the ball first. Remember, though, even if they score, it would quiet this crowd, but it doesn't end the game. But a chance to put a solid drive together here and at least get 3 and hopefully for them a touchdown. They'll start with a run by Tracy.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat for a first down.
First down, New York.
First throw in overtime now for Wilson.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Well, I know you toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down, this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
looking to put a drive together.
Ready? 70 Lions. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Slings this deep from McLaurin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Here's Tressway now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get in overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now, because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line, man. Now you've seen what a defense is throwing at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
They'll go again with Tracy.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Here's Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 9 yards is the loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now.
He'll start with a give to Robinson.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They'll hand it to Tracy.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. To throw is Wilson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Giants' 1st down.
Throwing is Wilson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Tracy trying the right side.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Marshawn Lattimore finding his way behind the line and 2 to football. Wilson. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Give him 3 on the carry there. That sets up a long 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. No, Barrow got fumble. It's out. It's loose. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, okay, because OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Commanders are going to win this football game. A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much too.
So for Washington, they needed overtime to do it, but they get the Week 1 victory thanks to the field goal. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.